Good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Feeling like a little stuck. Okay, there we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Did you have a nice weekend? How was your weekend? Hello. Bonjour. Elise is here. Elise, your commitment and your devotion is so beautiful. Lori, you too. You're here. Happy lundi, everyone. Suzanne, you're here. Bonjour à tous. Camille, Jacinda, Miranda. It is going to be a great day. What a great day for it to be a great day. I love that. I said to Dave this morning, because I don't know if you all know this. You might not know this. I'm kind of funny. I can be kind of funny. My Frenchie Unleashed is very cheeky, very sarcastic, and a little bit funny. So Dave was doing some things this morning, concerned about some things in a beautiful way that has everything to do with like supporting me, as he does in this gorgeous way. And I could feel he was like a little bit stressed. And so I like stopped him at the top of the stairs and I started dancing. And I was like, okay, I want you to feel into that today is the most amazing day filled with miracles. How are you showing up for this day? And I started dancing and doing my thing. And he just like snuck underneath my arm. Started laughing. Today is the day, a great day for it to be a great day. All right, let's see who else is here. Karen, you're here. Simona, bonjour. Allison, good morning. Julie, look at you all. This is fantastic. Elaine. Oh, Elise, the journey is already cracking me open and bringing in other aligned teachings. Call into this at another level. So what I love about the course is it's really beautiful about saying, look, this is not the only way. There are many ways. And in the end, no matter what the teaching is, when it's based in truth and foundation of truth and the essence of all that is, it all leads to the same place. Wholeness, light, God, awareness, fulfillment, joy, peace, happiness. So what we're honoring together from the structure, ACIM isn't for everyone. Nothing's for everyone. That's the beauty of it. That's the play. That's the opportunity. And yet when we feel aligned with something and we allow it and we surrender any resistance inside that it has to be the right way or it has to be the only way, or the ego that feels like it needs to be justified in that I found the way, or any of that. It's just this beautiful, like, oh, this feels good to me. This feels aligned to me. This resonates with me. And so I really honor you all for being here. I think Monday, we have a really gorgeous turnout for a Monday. So I'm pretty sure, because I haven't seen anything, pretty sure our fembot is on vacation until further notice. She's taking a little bit of summer holiday and glow up on her own. Yes, she's having a little bit of issues, but we love her anyways. And we're going to work it out, and she's going to work it out. We're going to figure out why is she not working? Why is she on holiday? I don't know. But Dave's been trying to figure it out since early. And she's just not vibing. She's not vibing. But I am, and I'm here, and we're going to let the fembot figure itself out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, no worries. No worries. We got it. All right. I want to celebrate something. I don't know, I can't see you all, obviously, and what you're wearing. For me, getting dressed every morning, I love it. My Frenchie loves it. I love it. I love showing up here with you live each day. And I always, when I'm doing my Pilates and I'm moving into the day, I think about, what do I want to feel? What is the style? How is this form desiring to be expressed, which is a really beautiful conversation, and one for me, I haven't seen really happen inside of many conversations that I've seen. I haven't seen them all, haven't probably seen even 10% of ACIM conversations where it's really based, which is beautiful, on all of this internal. And it can go to, in my experience, anything can go to the extreme where we then avoid certain physical expressions. It's not about attaching to the physical. It is about allowing the physical to be a communication and a celebration and a deeper expression and extension of love. So for me, that's getting dressed. And it's fashion. It's a part of it, right? It's a part of it. And I was doing my Pilates and I was like, oh, I wonder if I still have that white dress. So this white dress is actually very significant. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to stand up. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a little 50s style. It goes like right above my knee. I love it. I don't know if any of you have ever seen me in this dress. I don't think so. I bought it for our second ever live event, which was held in Cave Creek in Arizona. And Dave and I flew in. It was the second event. And it was the very first, about the first, I think it was the first, Diane van Fostenberg dress that I had purchased. And it felt significant because growing up, I didn't have any designer things. And if I did have anything designer, it was a hand-me-down from my cousin, which was a very mixed feeling inside. I remember always getting really excited to get the bag of hand-me-downs because I knew there was probably going to be a spree in there and there was going to be guests in there. But I had this feeling of like, okay, I'm less than, this is the only way I can have this. I had a whole, but anyone else ever go through this, like this feeling, getting the hand-me-downs and wanting the hand-me-downs because you were excited for the new thing, but anyone else have that kind of internal conflict inside? So being able to gift myself permission and invest the money and, have this Diane van Fostenberg dress and wear it on stage, it felt very, very significant. I felt a bit like, okay, I'm arriving. And I remember, I don't know if Dave remembers this. I remember being in the dressing room because we would fly over from France and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go on stage. What am I going to wear? Dave would take me shopping. And I remember trying on Victoria Beckham dresses really for fun because at that point in my journey, there was no way I was going to spend or could gift myself permission in any way to spend $600, $700, $800, $900 on a dress. At that point, there was no way. So I would just try them on and, it's fun. You live into it. Now I have some and it's beautiful. But this Diane van Furstenberg is very special to me because I love her as a designer. I love her story. I love the significance of what she's built. And 2 years ago, I was at the Dior Museum with some gorgeous women who came to have a Paris experience with me. And we were sitting at the Dior Cafe. And who walked out of the Dior Museum to the Dior Cafe with her security guard? Diane van Fostenberg. And I looked up and I was like, I couldn't speak for a minute. And her and I locked eyes, and she actually came over to our table. It was me and 5 gorgeous clients that had flown over. And she leaned over the table, and she was holding onto the table. And she's amazing, right? Her hair is extraordinary. Like, she has this kind of feline intensity. She's really something. She's really, really, really something. And she leans in, and she looks at all of us, and she says, bonjour. Bonjour. And Jackie, like still couldn't talk. I was still trying to breathe. And Jackie was like, bonjour, bonjour, madame. And so we all had this moment with Diane van Fostenberg, which I will always remember. It was very special, very special. So what is the moral of this story? I don't really know. Take whatever you want from it. For me, living into the fullness of who you are, allowing your external expression to support you in higher and higher levels of beauty and evolution. And we can really create whatever it is we desire. We really, really can. I mean, I think back to our second event. And seeing, I mean, all the events that we've had, but that second event was a real turning point. I had a real stage. Like, I just couldn't believe that I was living it, you know? I don't know how long ago it was now, probably 14 years ago, maybe more, maybe 15. It was a long time ago. So, wherever you are, whatever it is you're desiring, allowing Chic 365 to move through you, to feel this beauty in, and we'll talk about this more as we go because we got lots of time together over the next year. As A Course in Miracles supports you in moving into deeper vision, true vision, like, to be accurate, true vision. Gifting yourself permission to let go of any confinement, let go of any self-doubt, let go of any withholding inside. Feel into the truth inside of you and let it spill over. It will. Anyways, yet in the context of permission-based living, which is what Elegant Femme is all about, when I get interviewed on the femme types and people ask me, what are the femme types? Like, the simplest way is really a system for permission-based women, for permission-based living for women. That sounded much more complicated. Permission-based living for women. That's what it is. That's what it is. So honoring your femme types, honoring the expression, honoring living fully. Who's already joined me for Living Fully? I know some of you are already here. Are you joining the summer edition glow up of Living Fully? Some of you are. Bring on the Frenchie sass. Okay. The white dress is chic. You had that. You had this dress. Oh, the hand-me-downs. Yeah. Hand-me-downs from my parents. I do remember you hinting at this encounter. Yes, we had it Tuesday possible. My first significant free, passionate Frenchie expression in fashion was at Sweet 16 when I bought myself the outfit on the cover of the month of a big fashion magazine. I think it was called 17. I remember 17 magazine. Back again for Live You Fully. Lori, you are back again. I know a couple of you are back again. The summer edition is going to be really beautiful. Okay, after we're done with today's lesson, I might give you a little more insight. Are we ready for lesson 11? Remember, are you ready? Lesson 11, feeling into everything that's moved through you already up until this point. As we activate Spirit's assistance, letting go of anything and everything that is not in service. Breathing in and breathing out, settling in to the expansion, the miracle mind. Father, Mother, God, we ask, as always, that only that which is in support of the highest good is present, and we are grateful. We are grateful for the opportunity to utilize our minds for truth, for expansion, for creation, for miracles, for joy, for basking in the light, for the reflection of beauty. We ask that today is a tipping point. That every single woman here surrender to truth in whatever way she's ready to, whatever way she's called to, whatever way is available to her. May it be done with ease, grace, happy financial surprises, and an outpouring of beauty and love. This or something even better for the highest good of all concerned. Amen. Are we ready? Can we get a wee-wee? I was so excited to come back together with you for today. I like the weekends for integration. Are you all liking the weekend integration? And then I also love, I get to come back. Tomorrow. I was saying that yesterday. I was excited. All right, ladies, we are ready. Here we are. Lesson 11. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. This is the first idea we have had that is related to a major phase of the correction process, the reversal of the thinking of the world. It seems as if the world determines what you perceive. Today's idea introduces the concept that your thoughts determine the world you see. I feel like everyone here resonates with that already. Okay? Your thoughts determine the world you see. Can you feel the peace inside of you that's like, yeah, like I know that. I know that. I've even heard that before. I believe that. I feel that inside. And yet, as we really surrender to that truth, see if you can let it seep into every cell. My thoughts determine the world I see. Just be with that for a minute. Be glad indeed to practice the idea in the initial form, for in this idea is your release made sure. So again, I know the verbiage can feel a little bit complex, but really when you surrender the intellect around trying to understand every piece, just feel inside of yourself the release in that. If my thoughts determine the world I see, and I am in control of my thoughts, that's a relief. I'm actually in a point of power. I am not powerless. That's a release. Feel that. Feel the power in that. See if it's available. The key to forgiveness lies in it. Okay. So if you joined me inside of atonement, we actually talked about forgiveness and how the Course sees forgiveness and how the Course sees sin. Meaning, we're going to get into this more, so just breathe through this if this brings up anything that feels limiting to you. That sin doesn't exist. This doesn't mean that mistakes don't exist or errors don't exist to be corrected. It really talks about that ultimately you are good no matter what. And the forgiveness opportunity is forgiving yourself for the illusion that you are anything less than holy. Consider what your thoughts will be. Let's say will be. Consider what your thoughts will be when you ride on the frequency of that truth. That you are holy no matter what. No matter what. That you are good. That you are pure. That you are innocent. That you are light. That you are love. No matter what. What thoughts do you think might be available to you if you were riding on that frequency? And what world do you think you would see? This is where we're going. All right. The practice periods for today's idea are to be undertaken somewhat differently from the previous one. So again, lesson 11 is a tipping point. Begin with your eyes closed and repeat the idea slowly to yourself. Then open your eyes and look about near and far, up and down, right? We're familiar with that process. Anywhere. During the minute or so to be spent in using the idea, merely repeat it to yourself, being sure to do so without haste and with no sense of urgency or effort. This is really important. You're really going to begin to feel yourself slowing down inside. You're really going to be able to feel this, what we talk about inside of the creme, your own sensual speed, that you are regulating your own energy internally, that regardless of what's going on outside of you, you are able to be at one with yourself. So again, if you're familiar with Elegant Femmes concepts, this is a point of power. This is a point of reflection. This is a point of connection with your indie. To reside inside in the truth of who you are, regardless of outside circumstances. So this lesson, To do these exercises for maximum benefit, the one thing to another fairly rapidly, since they should not linger on anything in particular. Now, if you're like, wait a minute, you just said to slow down. Now it's saying fairly rapidly. Here's the essence of this. At the beginning of this exercise, you will close your eyes and say, my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world, right? So closing your eyes, my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. Then open your eyes and scan. Now, when it says scan rapidly, it means do not stop on every individual thing and say, my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. You're scanning anything you're seeing. You're allowing your eyes to just scan. And yet inside, as you're saying, my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. So inside you're slow. The thought, the mind is slow, and the eyes are quickly scanning. Okay? Let me know if that resonates and that makes sense. Okay, so again, the words, however, should be used in an unhurried, even leisurely fashion. This is really beautiful when you really like melt into the words. The introduction to this idea in particular should be practiced as casually as possible. It contains the foundation for the peace, relaxation, and freedom from worry that we are trying to achieve. Really beautiful. Just feel that. The relaxation, the freedom from worry, the peace. That's where we're going. On concluding the exercise, close your eyes and repeat the idea once more slowly to yourself. So very simple. Repeat the idea with the eyes closed. Open your eyes, scan your environment everywhere, right? Not letting anything miss your eye. Just scan. Don't overly focus. Just scan and repeat the idea inside as you do. When that's complete, repeat the idea with your eyes closed again. That's it. Very simple. A minute, right? Three practice periods today will probably be sufficient. However, if there is little or no uneasiness and an inclination to do more, as many as 5 may be undertaken. More than that is not recommended. So 3 is the intention, 5 max. You may find this craving for the lesson. You may find as you're moving through the day that you're wanting to grasp the lesson. If that's true for you, and if there's a hunger for it, then 5 max, okay? But not to push yourself, okay? How is this feeling? We always have a choice of which thoughts we choose. Yes, yes, yes. Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, 100%. 100%. So how is this feeling today? Tingly. I love that. I love that it's feeling tingly. Feeling tingly. How are you feeling with the exercises? Is it feeling like, yeah, I can allow this? Again, talking about just briefly before we close for today, the prioritization of what's really supportive to you in your life. I know how easy it is and how tempting it is to go into the place inside that says, I don't have time. And the prioritization of everything else in front of the peace, the relaxation, the commitment, the devotion, and the relief that's available. For me, in my experience, I crave these times of awareness continuously in my life. So how are I feel this in my bones. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's so, so good. Okay, I just love hearing where you are inside of yourself with Chic 365, what's unfolding for you, how you're enjoying it or not, right? What might be coming up for you inside of the space in between. And I'm celebrating you. I'm celebrating you for showing up in the capacity that feels most in alignment with you. I'm celebrating you for being a woman who is committed and devoted to the truth inside. And I'm celebrating you because why not? celebration as a priority, not because we've earned it, worked for it, done enough, deserve it, none of that. It's just an isness, an isness. So I'm going to encourage you to move through the day in that celebratory energy, just because we are here, right here and right now, and we're having the opportunity to remember all that is beautiful, all that is true, and that's cause for celebration. We don't need a cause, but you know what I mean. Yeah. All right. Before we close, I love you all. This is the first lesson that I just don't get, but I'm fine with that. So again, breathing into what we talked about in the beginning that you do not need to understand at all. You don't need to get it. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to believe it. Just consider. Just consider. And I'll just let that be for now. We'll have more explanation as we go deeper. If you can allow yourself, this is faith, right? Allowing ourselves to move forward in alignment with what feels true to us without needing to understand, without needing to get it. That's faith. It's a really beautiful place to be. Really, really beautiful. So before we close, breathing into this expansive space, if you would like to join us for the summer edition of Live You Fully, Dave and I are about to raise the price. It officially closed last night at 9 p.m., but there's always the technical piece of the whole thing. So if you do want to join us, it's still like $442 off. It's going to be going up from $555 to $777, which is still extraordinary because the program regular pricing is $997. So if you want to sneak in there before we raise the price, you're welcome to do that. If you want to wait, if you want to wait for wherever, whatever, like it's all up to you, right? Trust yourself fully. I love for myself a little incentive when I'm considering doing something for myself. And again, there's an extraordinary payment plan, and the summer glow up series is going to be there. I have really gorgeous surprises for you that I'm getting really excited about because I love the summer glow up vibe. I love like the feeling. How many of you, can you remember the end of the school year and thinking about what you were going to be like when you showed up at the next school year? We're going to be activating that energy as adults, right? The whole transformation, internally, externally, we're going to go there. It's going to be a really beautiful pocket for us to really infuse the glow up energy into. So if you'd like to join us, elegantfemme.com/live fully. And if you are an alumni and you want to be in the summer glow up edition, just email. We have a very special upgrade, very, very special upgrade for you. And I'd love to have you. We're having a live welcome call on Friday where you're going to get to come on and get to see your faces, all that. I love the live vibe in that way. So I get to see you and love on you. So just let us know if we can support you in that way. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Oh, wait. Dave, it worked. Dave, wait. Is everyone still here? Dave, wait. Tomorrow it works. Okay, ladies. Dave figured it out. So tomorrow, save it for tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow the Fembot is back from vacation. We are going to put the Fembot to work tomorrow. Yay, he figured it out. Okay, ladies. See you tomorrow.